Hi everybody, it's Auntie Kay, Yard Sales Arena, here with Uncle Vinty, the Vintage Tool Man, with the Yard Sales Show for June the 17th. Happy Father's Day, everybody! Alright, I'm going to show you some of the items that we found this weekend. Let me start off with a couple of items from the Goodwill store. Someone just dropped this one off. They didn't even have it priced yet, but they sold it to me for $3. We have a metal one of these. We actually told Teddy we would send it to him if we can ever find it. But I think it's a seed separator. Isn't that what we think?
Berry picker.
Berry picker. Excuse me, it's a berry picker. Teddy was going to use it as a seed separator. And then I also got a scoop. It was also $3, but they were 20% off, so I got a little bit off there. At an estate sale this weekend, I picked this up, and they didn't know what it was. We figured it was a drying rack of some kind. I looked online, and I found out that this is actually from an old shoe company, and they used them. They actually came as a rack, several rows of these, and they would hang the shoes on those to dry after they had put the dye on them. So that's kind of interesting, and it looked like they had had this mounted on the wall and used it as some kind of display or drying rack, which is what I intend to do with it. What, and Uncle Vinty, were you going to say something?
No.
Okay. All right. Something else that I got. They had something like 68 or 70 bucks on this yesterday, so I passed it by. But today they gave it to me for $20. It was the second day of the sale. So I got that. I really like that. These do really well. People who are artsy craftsy like to use these to make lamps or other items.
It's a fire extinguisher.
It is a fire extinguisher.
You never said that.
They can see that. See? Shh. All right. Okay. Next up, we went to just a yard sale out in Arnold. They had a lot of old nautical antiques, but they were quite pricey. And she had some artwork, and I bought this piece from her because I liked it, and it was $10. The frame is nice. If you look down at the bottom, this was done by an artist called Sir Joshua Reynolds. He was a British portrait artist, 1723 to 1797, I believe. And this was a portrait that he did of his niece, and the title was called Simplicity. This is a very popular print, and if you look on eBay, you're going to see lots of these. So I'm thinking that it's probably just worth about $50, but I liked it. It's framed and matted nicely. Now, at that particular sale, there was a desk that I thought I bought, but apparently she thought I decided against it and sold it to someone else, which did not make me happy. But I bought these two prints just because I liked them. I like old things like that. Uncle Vinty was like, what do you buy those for? Well, I paid $5 for these, and I got them home. They're a pair, 4 o'clock in the country, 4 o'clock in town. These say published October 1788, J. Harris. I believe it says Dean Street, Soho, and that is Soho, England. It says designed and etched by T. Rowlandson. And you can see it's signed by Rowlandson, 1788. If you look, there are newer ones. They do not have this publication date. They do not have the signature of the artist. These, in this condition, are worth between $400 and $600. I was shocked. That's even without the signature. I believe that's a signature. Could be a print on there, but $400 to $600 even without the signature. So I was happy with that. So that made up for the fact that I didn't get the desk. Poor Uncle Vinty had to listen to me gripe a long time about not getting the desk. All right, next, this was at the estate sale. And of course, someone's mowing the grass right now. This is an old jelly jar cabinet, and you can see it's seen better days. It's missing some glass. It does have all the parts, the legs and the braces, but it essentially needs to be stripped, needs to be redone. Some of the pieces need to be repaired. You can see this has a sticker from an old sticker from an antique store booth. They had $366 on it. At that estate sale, they gave me some glass, decorative glass that I am going to use to replace the glass here. And I'm going to refinish this. I think it's going to be gorgeous. I paid $35 for it. So I thought that was pretty good. I do think it'll be worth around around 300, 3 to 4 when I get it done. Some more yard sale finds. More oil lamps that Uncle Vinty tells me to quit buying. I think I paid $5 each for those. This is one of those wine carafes from Italy. I haven't cleaned it up yet, but you put the ice in here, your wine goes in here, it keeps it cool without watering it down. I paid $6 for that. This is one of my favorite items. Look at that. I have some face vases and some face mugs. I have a small collection of these. You don't come across them too often. So I picked that guy up. I think he was a couple of bucks. But I looked inside, and it says, Peter Petrie's Extraordinary Egg Separator. It's snot a mug. Can you see that, Uncle Vinty? It's snot a mug. It's an egg separator. And they give you really kind of some explicit directions on how to put the egg in here and have the egg whites come out of the nose. Kids might like that. Anyway, I thought he was cute. Couple bucks. All right. During our travels yesterday, there was an auction going on at a house. Well, we popped in. We were a little bit late, and one of the items that was going up on the block was this scale. And I have a small collection of scales. And it was going for what, $5 or $6? Mm-hmm. And I was in line to get my number. They were going really slow. I didn't have my number yet, so I bid, but I didn't have a number. And at that particular auction, they don't know me. So the auctioneer was kind enough to hold the item off until I got my number, and then he brought it back up again, and I got it. But the second time I had to pay $13. Someone bidding me up. All right. At a yard sale, one of the yard sales where I got a couple of the oil lamps, just an old vintage sunshine washboard. It's in pretty good shape. I kind of like it. It only has the metal on one side. But anyway, $5 isn't bad for that. Those sell, you know, depending on where you are, 10, 20 bucks. Okay.
Lighthouse.
What do you want? The light. Oh, this I haven't been able to find because I can't read the guy's name. But it says Tybee Lighthouse, Tybee Island, Georgia, and I think it's a pencil drawing. I don't think it's ink. Maybe it's pencil and ink. I'm not sure. What do you think, Uncle Vinty? Looks like pencil or charcoal, maybe. It's something like that. But I can't read the artist's name. Although he did sign it. It's signed and numbered, 102 out of 2,500, and it's signed again by him down here, 2005. But it's going to take me a little bit of time to try to figure out what the name is. It's Muck something. Okay, estate sale. They had $15 on this yesterday. I waited till today, and they sold it to me for $6. This is fabulous. It's from 1980 something. The copyright. And it's got these fabulous pictures of Norman Rockwell. What a nice studio he had. But it goes through the whole history. It shows photographs of all of his pictures and some of the drawings that he did. That's just fabulous. I don't know. I think I'm keeping that. Okay. Moving sale. We were really late to this place. One of our friends that we saw at another yard sale said, oh, have you been over to the one on Memphis? And we said we hadn't. We went over there. They had a few items left. They had these brass candle holders. And I thought, oh, that was kind of cool. And then I was moving them. I picked them up to move, and I'm like, oh, gosh, something's the matter with them. But no, that's what they're supposed to do. You can fold these in or out, and you can also slide them up or down. the girl, one of the gals who was there selling it, said apparently there's some animated Disney flick out there that the candlestick comes to life, and she said that kind of reminded her of that. I don't remember the name of the movie, but anyway, I thought they were kind of cool. I think I paid $6 for the pair of them. Now, the other one, the lighthouse and this one, both came from Goodwill. And that was $3 and this was $5, and they were 20% off. I couldn't pass that up. Look at that old photo. First tee on tournament day, 1899 U.S. Open that took place in Baltimore, Maryland. And I looked online, and the old prints of these pictures go for quite a bit of money, and I didn't actually see this particular one. So I think some people here in Baltimore might be willing to pay a little bit of money for that. I thought that was really neat. Okay, I think that's it for me. Uncle Vinty's going to show you the tools that he got.